This past week, the Supreme Court just issued two big rulings with far-reaching consequences. I want to review with GianCarlo. He's the legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation and co-host of SCOTUS 101. I'm also joined by Thane Rosenbaum. He is a distinguished university professor at Touro College. He's also the author of Saving Free Speech from Itself. Good afternoon to you both. GianCarlo, I'll start with you. We're talking about religious freedom. The liberal justices joined with conservatives in a 9-0 ruling that an adoption agency in Philadelphia could refuse service to same-sex couples. Take up that ruling for us.
Yeah, well, it comes down to this sort of fundamental American principle of live and let live, right? And that boils down to two ideas. Nobody ought to be discriminated against, but neither should anyone be forced to adopt or forced to agree with beliefs they don't. And when you bear those two principles in mind, Fulton, the name of this case, is a simple one. No LGBTQ people were ever discriminated against, nor would they ever be in Philadelphia, because if you want to adopt or foster a child, there are a myriad state and nonprofits who will approve your application. But the Catholic...
Go ahead. Sorry, good.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, no, I wanted to get Thane to jump in here because obviously, this was a pretty definitive ruling here. But what impact do you think it will have?
Well, Joe, as you said, unanimous ruling, 9-0. That hardly ever happens with the Supreme Court. For all the talk of the Trump justices forming a 6-3 block, you didn't need that block. You had even liberal justices essentially saying that you cannot interfere with the religious liberty of people, and that secular laws that deal with, in this case, local anti-discrimination laws, cannot override Catholic agencies' religious freedom, and that they shouldn't be required to engage in adoptions of same-sex couples because it violates the tenets of their beliefs. And Philadelphia has other options. They contract with many other entities that would service same-sex couples.
Now, GianCarlo, I want to pivot a little bit because in addition to this ruling, there was also a ruling on Obamacare, 7-2, stating that Obamacare is here to stay. This is the third attempt to go to the courts and get rid of the Affordable Care Act. Is this really an indication that perhaps the court has made it very clear if you want to get rid of Obamacare, then take it to the legislature?
Well, this opinion was decided on what's called standing grounds. And standing is a fundamental question of who has access to the courts, and is there a real case in controversy that a court is constitutionally able to decide. And what the court said is that the states and individuals who brought the suit haven't actually suffered any real harm. Now, the import of that is that they can go back to the lower courts and try again, but it's unlikely in the end that they will be able to get access to the courts in the first place to bring this claim.
Thanks for watching the Heritage Foundation's YouTube channel. With more than 500,000 members, we are the nation's largest conservative research and education institution. We believe the principles and ideas of the American founding are worth conserving and renewing. Please help us further our mission by subscribing to this channel and sharing our videos with your family and friends.